How are we doing today? Oof. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. Had a busy day today. Had to run errands early this morning, and then I did a lot of planting. So I got my hands on this week. I was so excited. It's really hard to find, what's it called? It's really hard to find Virginia bluebells, in lupine, for one. For anybody who's looking for native plants, it's always hard to find those, and I got my hands on a Virginia bluebell. I've been trying to plant them myself from seeds, and it's hard, but I actually got one. So, I'm excited. Oh. Man, I'm tired. I am very tired. I probably should have taken a nap today, but I didn't have the time. Yeah, I am sleepy since the beginning. I'm cooked. I actually almost fell asleep on the couch when I was eating. We were watching some Golden Girls while we ate dinner, and I almost fell asleep on the couch. I was very tired, and I was like, oh dang, I'm cooked. 3 unskippable ads. What? You didn't hear about me getting my... Well, anyways, I got Virginia bluebells. They're really hard to get, and I'm excited. Well, actually, I got one. Although I think I'm able to get more. I found, like, through word of mouth, I found out about a place that, like, you know, like sells native plants. And, I was able to get my hands on one right now. But a few others I gotta wait for. And, I think I will be able to get my hands on some lupine. So I'm excited. But anyways. Mr. Wanapon donated and said, "Good evening, Katori. How was your week?" My week was all right. It was extremely busy. Dealing with insurance crap is always stressful. So that was a bit of my week. But overall, I actually had some fun, being outside and planting and tending to my garden. This year, I feel like it's going to be a lot more organized and full. Because I'm putting in work this year. I'm putting in work. I didn't have time to do that last spring, so I'm doing it this spring, so I'm excited. Cyberman donated and said, "Tweet the stream and hope your arm feels better." Actually, my arm does feel better. I went back out. I'm doing more yard work again. Thankfully, though, there's a lot less to chop down, so mainly I'm like, digging things up and, planting things, which requires a lot less arm work than, chopping down trees. So I think I'm in the clear. I hope so. Very, very good. Mr. Wanpon donated and said, "Unfortunately for me, my black cat has come to the end of her life." Oh no, she was very old, wobbly, and hardly ate, so the vet had to put her down. No, yeah, that's always really sad when your pet, passes away, or, they get too ill to kind of like, you don't want them to like, you want them to go peacefully once they get to that stage in their life. So, I completely understand. I had, a really old cat, my little baby Raja. He got to 20, I think. Did he get to 20? Was he 19? I don't know. He was a really old cat. All I know is I remember just us being like, he's ancient. He was like an ancient old man because he was getting more like white on his face, and so he looked like a little old man. And so yeah, it's always regardless if you're like, oh, at least they lived a good long life, it's still sad. So I'm sorry that you're I'm sorry that your cat passed away. I hope you're doing all right, Mr. Wanapon. Rest in peace. Actually, would you say your cat's name? Oh, no, but your black cat. I'm sure she was a lovely black cat. Ty donated today and said, "No jokes." Sorry, I said today because I saw in his donation it said today. Of course he donated today. What else would it be? Ty said, "No jokes today. You deserve a break." Oh my gosh, Ty, thank you. I'm actually so tired. I'm not gonna get any. I'm not gonna be getting any jokes. We're actually gonna play Let's See When Katori Loses Her Mind today because I'm already like so out of it at the very beginning. So it's gonna be. It's gonna be a time. I will tell you that much. So I'm so tired. Actually, let's check on Ko-fi because I know people have actually been donating to Ko-fi before the stream starts, so I might as well start there. Cyberman donated and said, "Hey Katori, hope you're doing well. So I finally sent my package on Thursday and it should be there by Monday or Tuesday. Which also Monday is my birthday. So can Celeste please wish me happy birthday? Thanks and love the art for the videos this week. Love the Sarah name and green nails too." Well, thank you. I'm glad thank you for sending the package. I have not, things have been so hectic. I haven't been to the P.O. box, but hopefully, you know, I can finally get to it around the time that it arrives. I also know that John Kraft sent a card a long time ago that I still have yet to get, but you know, just things have been so busy I haven't had time to venture out there. So but yeah, thank you. And yeah, Celeste can wish you a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Cyberman. I hope you get everything that you wish for, my precious little treasure. Indeed. Happy birthday! Yeah, happy early birthday. I hope you have a good birthday when your birthday does arrive. Elias Esteban Sanchez. Once again, we have a 4-part donation. I wonder what the poem is about this time. I'm so tired I can't even think of what it's about. What is this? Oh, okay, this must be about... Oh, okay, so this is about, okay, I was trying to remember, I wasn't sure if it was about the one who got stood up by the date or if it was a different lady, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what this poem is about. Our lovely Sarah, let's see. So it reads, "Oh, lovely soul left behind by fool's choice, let not a slow decision hinder your night's events. Allow me to offer my company in their stead, to offer laughter and levity in the night. Such a lovely lady should bear no loneliness or neglect this evening. Gentle, tender hands bear a crafter's touch, the skill to mold metal into art, as woven words leave her lips to enrapture one with charm and wit. O lovely soul who bears an artist's ambition, how foolish he who abandoned you must truly be. To leave a woman with cinematic taste so sublime, paired with wit so charming, and a love for moving metals? Be still, my heart, for such a lady is a find most rare indeed. Now their loss becomes my gain, for I would otherwise be without her words, which I need." And then he says, "I was going to write about our wholesome volleyball captain, but then I heard the latest audio and I just had to write a poem about Sarah. It was just too good to pass up on. I love all the little references this time around." Well, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah. Yeah, I actually was not tucking out my butt when I was talking about cloisonné metalworking, because I actually really want to learn more about cloisonné. I did some classes with metalworking, and I just got I started working with enamels. For some reason in the video I couldn't think of the word, and I just said it right now. Enamels. It is powdered glass. It's called enameling, and I was doing like very simple enameling on copper. You can't use alloys, so it has to be like a pure metal. And cloisonné is when you use, like, you take a wire, so it has to be a copper wire, or like, you know, it has to be, you know, again, not an alloy, and you fire it on a clear enamel, so that way you can, like, the wire kind of like makes like a stencil, or like the design where you fill the glass in. And so once you fire that on there, then you can fill in the glass, and you know, if you want clear enamel, so you can actually, which is the coolest part. I wish I was able to do it. Maybe I'll do another class on it. But you wash the enamels, because how they, sorry, I'm gonna go on a little tangent, but how they make the enamels is they're these big ceramic like spheres, kind of like ceramic balls, for lack of a better term, and they smash together to powder the glass. And since, you know, the ceramic ball is like basically smashing into the glass to like get into a powder, there's little bits of ceramic powder in there. So if you want it to be clear, you have to wash it. So it's a whole process. And so I never got to that part, and I want to learn it, because you can make some really cool looking pendants. And I actually wanted to make some like stuff, like even inspired by the channel, like for Tagger or something. And like I've never had the time or got around to learning it. So sorry about that. But anyways, I went on a tangent because I'm tired, and thank you, Elias. I really enjoyed the poem. It was really, it flowed really well. I really liked that one. It was very, very nice. So thank you, Elias. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the video too. John Kraft donated and said, "Hey there, Katori, it's me, John. How have you been lately? I have been tired and busy, but I'm doing all right. So did you have a good week?" Mostly mostly, you know, still some stressors here and there, but overall, I got some, you know, I got some plans over the week, so that makes me happy. It said, did you end up getting my Easter card? I'm so sorry I haven't. It's just been really hectic lately, but, you know, when I do get a spare moment, I will try to go over to the P.O. box and get it. So, it is on my to-do list. Neb donated and said, good evening, Katori. Hope you're having a good week. Also, I see you used the name Sarah in yesterday's video. It honestly made my evening last night after a frustrating shift. Thank you for that. Oh yeah, I'm glad you liked it. I don't know. I just remembered, like, I was trying to think of what I wanted to do. I had another idea in mind, but then I was like, maybe I'll do this instead. And then I was thinking, well, and I thought, like, she's probably gonna introduce herself. Because, you know, some videos, it's already, like, a friend of yours, right? Like, someone that you know. And so usually you're not gonna, like, introduce yourself to someone you already know. So I thought, okay, for this video, you know, we'll have to give her a name because she's gonna introduce herself. So, I remember, you know, and I remember people talking about, like, you know, I remember, like, the prospect of Sarah being used, but with a C, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. So, and I thought, like, that could be, like, a little quirky thing. She's like, oh, well, my name's Sarah with a C. It's, my mom decided to be creative. And so, I'm glad you liked that. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm glad it helped you after a hard shift. I'm sorry your shift was rather stressful. Thane donated and said, hi Katori, hope you're well. Did session 0 of my D&D world with my brother in Melee. Went well. What the? Sorry. Getting notifications. I'll work on the next session and prepare the overall adventure they're going to live. I'm excited for it. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I'm glad that it went well. You know, session 0s are always, like, fun because you're kind of, like, getting some of the, you know, mechanics worked out with the characters. So, yeah, you'll have to let us know how the campaign goes. That's really cool. I'm so glad that it's working out well. I'm excited to see where you guys go. That's very, very cool. Neb donated and said, also my apologies for not using Ko-fi as much lately. It's been loading incredibly slow and has been behaving a little strange on my end these last few weeks. Yeah, no worries. I mean, you know, I was having issues with other websites too, not loading. Sometimes Ko-fi even gives me problems. But actually recently, what was my main issue was, like, Etsy. Like, it wasn't loading. Like, I actually couldn't load it on my PC, and I found out it was because of my extensions. Like, some extensions were causing it issues, which I don't know why. So I actually had to turn all my extensions off so I could look at my Etsy orders because I have to fulfill them. I can't just not, like, just be like, oh well, like, I have to look at my Etsy stuff. So no, I get you. Sometimes websites just don't work out. So no need to be sorry. No need to be sorry. I appreciate you trying nonetheless. Okay, we have a 4-part donation from Adam. Adam. This is for Evil Queen and Evil Sorceress. Okay, my brain needs to really, like, lock in here. Okay. The Evil Sorceress, she does not have an accent, right? I don't think she does. No, she doesn't. The Evil Queen does. So, I'm just trying to, like, my brain's already out of it. So, okay. So the Q is the Queen and the S is the Sorceress. Okay. So Evil Queen says, ah, Evil Sorceress, did you capture Spider-Girl? Yes, I did. Good. Make sure she is comfortable. I'm way ahead of you. Her cell has the finest refreshments in queen-size bed. Good. What? I've also taken the liberty of giving her a jacuzzi and a sauna. What are we running here? A dungeon or a 5-star hotel? I believe the best kind of prison is to build one that no one wants to escape from. When I say make them comfortable, it's slang for make sure they don't escape. And I made sure that they won't want to. Oh shoot. I'm going to tell him. Oh, it says, oh, shut. So I'm assuming that's, oh, shoot. Unless she says, oh, maybe it's, oh, shut up. So we'll say, oh, shut up. Oh, shut up. I'm going to tell her my evil plan. As it so happens, it was the movie night for the prisoners and we watched the Bond film. A View to Kill. So she already knows the plan. Oh my gosh. You know what? That'd be an... She's like, yeah, none of our prisoners want to leave. And that's one way to make sure they stay. You know, they're not never gonna want to escape. I mean, I can't really say that's a bad plan. Cannot really say it's a bad plan. Mr. Wanapon donated and said, thank you for your hopes for me. Oh yeah, for sure, you're welcome. And again, I'm really sorry that your cat passed away. I really, I'm sure she was a very nice cat. Cyberman donated and said, funny stray orange cat comes around my house. Oh, my home, Raja. Unless he's been reincarnated. Yeah, I love orange cats, though. Yeah, every time I see an orange cat, I think of Raja. I was just like, oh, I was like, it looks like Raja. Raja had such a cute little face. Neb donated and said, funny coincidence from last stream. My neighbor's son made a tea from dandelions, and I finally tried sassafras tea. Both were really good. Let's go! Let's go! I actually just recently made, I'm probably gonna pronounce it incorrectly, so that's just gonna be a thing. It's just gonna be pronounced, it's kohakuto, I think? Somewhere around there. It's like I made violet tea a really, really long time ago, and I wanted to make it into candy. And so there's like this, it's a Japanese candy, it's basically agar, so it's almost like a really firm jelly, and then you leave it out to dry, so it's almost like crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. And so I wanted to make violet candies, but of course the sugar that I used was raw cane sugar, which I don't know if that's gonna be an issue, but basically it made my beautiful looking jelly be more brown. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I wanted them to look all pretty and purple, and so no, they were not. So even though like my whole plan was to naturally color something in order to make myself not feel depressed, I had to use food coloring. I wanted it to look pretty, but oh well, whatever. So I actually still have yet to taste my own violet tea jellies, whatever you want to call it. So, but I'm glad. I have yet to try dandelion root tea, unless you meant maybe you meant like dandelion. I know there's like dandelion root tea, which tastes more like coffee, and I know there's like dandelion leaf tea, so I'm not sure which one you had. But, or it could have been dandelion flower tea. There's multiple ways to make dandelion tea. But, no, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I've had some types of dandelion tea. I just haven't had like the tea of the root yet, so I want to try that next. And surprisingly, even though sassafras is one of my favorite trees, I don't think I have yet to have sassafras tea. That is like my my main objective. I keep on forgetting. So I gotta do that. You reminded me I gotta do that. That's on my to-do list. Garrick Anderson donated and said, did you hear or possibly see the Avatar movie leaks? I saw them as soon as, you know what, as soon as I saw them probably the second they came out. And I kid you not, at first, I was like, oh, this is a really cool fan animation. I'm like, this is interesting. Why is, like, Toph so small? Like, you know, I was like, you know, because I think, you know, I mean, I don't know if it's a spoiler, because, I mean, I won't say anything, because I don't know if maybe some people have actually I feel like everyone's seen it, like, whether you want to or not. But regardless, the clip that I saw looked like it wasn't in the style of the original show, for one. And, like, what was going on was kind of crazy. Like, there was, like, some, let's just say, supernatural stuff going on or something. So I was like, oh, this is an interesting fan animation. Like, I thought it was just like a fan animation where they were kind of like doing just doing some fun stuff. And then like about like a few hours later, I was like, oh, I'm like, no, that's real. So yeah, no, I was right there when the leaks came out. I like saw it, and I actually thought it wasn't even the show. Not that I was particularly like, I don't know. A lot of the show, I don't want to say reboots, because they're not reboots, they're like sequels. But a lot of the show sequels I've seen recently haven't been good, so I actually particularly wasn't excited about it. So I actually really haven't. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who have watched it. I haven't. Yeah, I know it's definitely out there. Anyway, sorry, I didn't even read the rest of your donation. It says, I'm really hoping they release it in theaters because that would enhance the experience. I mean, yeah, I honestly, I don't really know. I don't really know what's going on, because it's kind of just, I I don't even know what they can do. I mean, honestly, like, at this point, so many people have watched it that, like, if they release it in theaters, they're probably going to be at a massive loss, because I don't know who's going to... I don't know, maybe people would go. Maybe that would be a way to save it. Maybe that's... I really have no idea. I have no idea. Because I know for sure people are not going to pay for Paramount when it's online for free, but maybe they'd pay for the theater. Maybe that's how to save it. I really don't know. It's a big mess, honestly. But, yeah, no, I as soon as it came out, it was in my, like, feed. And I thought it was, like, not official for some reason. And then I was like, oh, shoot. I'm like, this is actually the movie. So, yeah, it was crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Gosh, dang. Yeah, so, yeah, you know, I just feel bad for, like, you know, the artists mostly. Just because I know that they worked really hard on it. But, you know. Potato, I don't know. There's nothing we can do about it. It's out there. Goodness gracious. Mr. Wanapon donated and said, just like without my dog, it's not the same. No, I just like when Scruffy passed away, it was to this day, if I hear, like, little nails clinking on the floor, or if I hear, like, as weird as it sounds, like, towards the end of his life, since he was blind, he would go on the floor sometimes, and so, you know, whenever I hear, like, water splash, like, on the floor, I'm like, oh, like, I immediately get up, like, oh, shoot, you know, and it's like, I'm like, there's no way that can be him, because he's not here. So, yeah, it's a weird thing to try to, like, get back to, like that's your normal, you know, like, the normalcy is different now. Bobby's been a member for 41 months and said, so I just replaced my rooster with a duck. Now I wake up at the crack of dawn. Oh my gosh. I'm too tired for this, Bobby. I don't even know what to say. Oh no. Bobby. Oh, Bobby. Oh. Let's see, Iron donated and said, not to sound egotistical, but I'm proud that an idea of mine was good enough to become a video, and it was everything I hoped it would be. Absolutely fantastic. Big hug for Wholesome Cal. Yeah, I mean, when I say, I know people always make fun of, like, oh, Katori says you never know, but I literally mean, when I say that, I'm not joking. It's like, you never know. I mean, if the idea rings with me one day, I'm like, huh, you know, this might work out. You know, I could use it. You never know. But no, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And thank you for suggesting it. It gave me an idea for the week, so thank you. Thank you. Where am I at? Oh, Thane donated and said, one piece of lore I enjoy from my D&D world is there is a region led by vampire and vampire lords. Mortals who live there pay with blood, non-lethal, instead of gold. The vampires are very protective. Interesting. Huh. Hey, your blood is liquid gold. You know what? That'd be kind of crazy. Like, you don't even have to pay with money. You're just like, here you go, take a little sippy sip, and then you get to live there for free. I don't know. That's an interesting way of you know, monetary gains. Interesting. All right, that's interesting. Well, yeah. You'll have to tell if you ever expand on that part of the world with any of your characters. You have to let us know. Bobby donated and said, you know, I love waiters. Oh gosh, they bring a lot to table. Oh, they bring a lot to the table. I mean, that is true. You know, especially if you have a big group of people, got a lot of food. That makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Oh, shoot. Why is it moving? Why are you moving, chat? Crap. Where am I at? Oh, here we go. You know? Yes, this is where I'm at. I was trying to find Bobby's donation. Neb donated and said, I drew a bioluminescent Coriala. I love bioluminescence, by the way. Coriala. I've had this idea for a while. Hope you like it. Posted on Discord and Twitter. Oh, cool. You know, that makes sense. She does have a bit of bioluminescence about her. There are some parts of her that kind of give a little bit of a glow. So it would make sense that if she was like in a really dark place that like she would glow a bit. Like I definitely see that. Oh, cool. I mean, you know, it's pretty on brand. I mean, let me bring her up. I'm trying to, my brain can't work. I'm just trying to see Mer. Just type in Mer in my folder. There's a lot of mermaid. Where is she at? Where is she at? Where are you at, Coriala? Here she is. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because she kind of has like some bioluminescence like on her tail and on her shoulder, and yeah, towards like the bit of the end of her tail. So I mean, yeah, she has bits of it on her. Who's to say, you know, one day she's just really lit up. You know what I mean? And yeah, you got her gills in the right place. That looks really good, Neb. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. I love bioluminescence. Your mermaid girlfriend, she basically lights the way at night. You get lost like on the beach when it's like really dark outside. She's like, don't worry, I got this. Bobby donated and said, I'm never donating to people collecting money for marathons ever again. Why, Bobby? Why? Why so? Says they just take the money and run. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna pass away. Goodness gracious. Ty donated and said, more autographs next week. You'll love this one. Oh, really? Gosh, Ty. Dang. Ty be getting all the good stuff. If you get one from Norman Reedus, I will be extremely jealous. Natasha has been a member for 42 months and said, it was leaked because the theatrical release was canceled. I've avoided seeing it. It hurts the artists. Also, yay, 42 months. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I mean, the main thing is like, what really sucks is that because this happened, even though it's not like it's, you know, I know Paramount's gonna look at this and be like, oh, well, it didn't do well because it's a 2D animated film. And it's like, no, it's because it got leaked. That's why. And, you know, that's what hurts, you know, artists the most, is because then we're not going to be producing 2D films or 2D series or 2D anything, and then they don't get hired. So it just sucks that, like, you know, I know that that's probably what's going to happen, is Paramount's going to be like, oh, well, it just didn't do well, you guys, so why would we do this again? It's like, I don't know. Maybe just be more protective about the files of your shows? I don't know. It's just crazy. But yeah, 42 months, my gosh. I'm gonna have to make another badge at this point. Wonder, like, we'll have to come up with what the next badge is. We'll have to, like, I'll have to ask around and see what y'all want for the next newest badge. We gotta get another badge in here. Bobby donated and said, oh gosh, Bobby, what did the grape say when it was stepped on? Nothing. It just let out a little wine. Man, that must have been a really old grape. If that grape was like producing wine, that sucker has been fermenting for days. Just stepping on, just get some wine. Get a little bit of wine. Oh, Bobby. Cyberman donated and said, well, one idea you did was my bakery waitress, Cece. Were you the one that suggested that? It's been so long, I can't remember. I honestly can't. But I'm glad you like the baker girl. Thank you, thank yous. Neb donated and said, Katori's catchphrase may be, you never know, but it doesn't mean nothing. Learned that when you actually used one of my ideas a while back, and I was very happy you did. What was the idea? I don't remember. Everyone's like, oh yeah. I was like, oh shoot, I don't remember. Granted, my brain's mush right now. What was it? Now I'm curious. I don't remember. What was it? But yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, when I say you never know, I literally mean you never know. I'm not lying. It's not like one of those things like, like when you go to like a stand, or like you're in like a flea market, or like you go to like someone's table and then you're like, oh, I'll come back. I'll think about it. And that's literally code for, yeah, I'm not coming back. That's not code for, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. It's more like, yeah, you never know. Maybe I should say that to people when I go to their stands. I'll be like, I'll think about it. Maybe I'll buy something. You never know. And then I actually come back. And they're like, oh, you actually came back? And I'll be like, yeah, I said you never know. Oh, man. I don't know. Let's see. Uber Rancher donated and said, just letting you know that a friend of mine is very sorry for some comments he made. He's been a fan of you for a few years, and he's the reason I am. Okay, I'm glad he's sorry. I don't know what that means, but thank you. And I'm glad that you're a fan of my work, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thane donated and said, alright, I'm exhausted, good night, and good stream. Thane, I wish I could sleep. I'd go to sleep right now, let's go. But no, good night, Thane. I hope you sleep well, and I hope your D&D sessions go well. Ooh. Ty donated and said, William Dafoe from the first Spider-Man. Oh, really? Dang, that's really good, Ty. Enjoy the autograph. It will be a prized possession. Bobby donated and said, why should you wear glasses in math class? I mean, for me, it's to see, but it helps with division. Oh my gosh, Bobby, I can't. I'm too tired. Oh, I'm dying. I'm gonna die. Oh my gosh. Neb donated and said, seeing Karya lit up in the moonlight would be a beautiful sight. It would be very beautiful. She's already beautiful as it is, so she's like shining. She's shining with some nice blue glow. That'd be nice. Real nice. Natasha donated and said, Natasha Natasha badge, Avi. Just a Natasha badge. Natasha. It'll be like a black and purple badge. I think that's like the color scheme, I think. Whenever I think of Natasha, that's the color scheme I think of, so correct me if I'm wrong. Mr. Wanapon donated and said, Kotori, if the movie was finished, why not publish it as soon as it's finished instead of waiting for a particular date for release? I honestly don't know. I'm assuming it's because they wanted to, I heard they were gonna, tease it at Comic-Con, so maybe that's why. Just to get more publicity for it. Because honestly, I really haven't been seeing, any publicity for it, honestly. I didn't even know when it was coming out. So maybe that's why they were waiting till October, because they wanted to do a bunch of publicity for it. I really have no idea. I could not tell you. I don't know. I do not know. Nep donated and said, the idea you used was Spider-Girl taking us to the... Oh, yes! The concert! Okay, as soon as you said Spider-Girl, my brain started working. Yes, you're right. Because you did, I remember you, now I remember it. Okay. My brain is not, my brain is still there. Yeah, the favorite concert. You're right. I do remember that. Got you. Yeah, no, thank you for suggesting. Garrick Anderson donated and said, GF video idea. What if some cataclysm happens that causes all GFs to either switch bodies or personalities, like Neko is Goth and Goth is Neko? That would be an interesting idea. I just don't know how I'd execute it because it's all sound. So I'm assuming it's going to be very confusing because the listener's going to get very confused as to who's talking. But that's an interesting idea. And as I like to say, you never know. You never know. Oops. Chappie flying. Ty donated and said, well, I could get a Norman Reedus autograph too. Really? My gosh, Ty. That's really cool. That's awesome. If you do, you'll have to let us know. Alright, let's read some Ko-fis. Let's try to go back and forth. And I need some water. Let's see. The Cobalt Coyote donated and said, hey, oh, this is part 1 of 2. Okay, where's your second donation? Here it is. There we go. Said, hey, Katori, here's a fun conversation I had this week. So this is between Sage, which is a friend of Cobalt's, and Cobalt himself. So it says, Sage said, so Sage said, you ever looked up Hogwarts Legacy cutscenes? And he said, no. Sage said, look up Ominous Gaunt. I like him. Me looks it up. You know, this Fudger is a Slytherin, right? And Sage said, yes. Me stares. Oh, wait, is that the Slytherin guy that's like your friend? I can't remember. I don't remember. Hold on, before I continue this conversation, I'm trying to remember who this was. Wait. Okay, so it is. It is. Wait, no, it's not. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It's the other freaking kid. Okay, never mind. Okay, I know who this is now. Sorry. Let's see. So then, yeah, he stares. And then his friend said, he's Tom Riddle's wait, that's Tom Riddle's grandpa? I didn't know that. Sage said, he's Tom Riddle's grandpa. And then Cobalt says, Cobalt thinks she's referring to Draco's actor. Sage says, Voldemort. And then Cobalt says, oh, wait, no, that's worse. And Sage says, I don't care, he's cute. Oh, no. And Cobalt, eyes currently twitching with audacity. Okay, we're just gonna pray for you. Did you say that? Please just say we're gonna pray for you. You said that to your friend. We're gonna pray for you. Oh my gosh. You want Mama Tori to pray for her? Okay, I'll let you know. I'll let her know. I mean, from what I'm trying to remember. I mean, from what I recall, this guy was a pretty fine guy. I think he actually told on his friend because he knew his friend was gonna do something like bad, and so like I think he tells you, like, whatever character you're playing in Hogwarts Legacy, he's like, oh yeah, I forgot, Sebastian, his name's Sebastian, there it is. He said, oh, Sebastian's gonna do this and you need to stop him or something. So I don't know. I mean, I think he was a little bit stuck up, but I think he was a nice guy as far as I recall. I don't have any ill will towards him from what I remember from playing the game. I don't recall. Ugh. I don't remember. But, I mean, I don't think he was, I mean, hey, listen, just because he's Voldemort's grandpa doesn't mean that he should be condemned for what Voldemort did. Because at least when I knew the guy, he seemed pretty nice. So, I don't know. Am I gonna need prayers now? Am I gonna need prayers? Oh, man. Bobby donated and said, what kind of birds stick together? Velcros. Oh my gosh. I'm losing it. He says, you're not even safe on here. Oh, well, I know I'm not. There's nowhere safe. There's nowhere safe anywhere. It's not safe. Sheffy donated and said, heyo, hope you had a nice week. I wasn't here last week. Please spare me. It's okay. No worries. Says, because I went to watch the Mario movie with friends. It was a fun watch. What have you been up to lately? Well, I mean, other than what I've talked about before, you know, getting plans, insurance crap, stressful crap, whatever. I did actually watch Hoppers, this week, which I will say, originally, when I saw the commercials, I'm like, this is gonna suck. I actually just thought it wasn't gonna be good, but I have to be honest. Although I watched it because a lot of people actually gave good reviews for it. They were like, oh, like, this actually was a good movie. It was like, you know, like, this is gonna be a classic or whatever. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a chance. And so I did, and it was actually really good. And as someone who's like currently like really into, like, you know, I don't want to say currently, I've always been like advocating for, you know, like the environment and native plants and like conservation, you know, all this stuff. Like, I was watching that and I was like, I could very much like you know, sympathize and like feel like okay, like I very much identified with the movie to an extent, and I was like, you know, like especially like when I'm stressed out or not feeling good, like if I go out like in the garden and like do stuff or like go outside and like forage or whatever, like you know, it feels nice. It feels nice, very calming for me, you know, to do like be a little tree hugger. So, you know, I get all excited, like even like when I would raise monarchs, like that was very therapeutic for me. So like I got that. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be like I'm gonna be like that old the old grandma in that movie to whatever whether it's my own grandkids or my siblings, you know, they're you know, kids or whatever, I'll be taking them outside and showing them nature because it's a good thing. And so I actually really, and dude, it's actually really funny. Even it's I don't know if anyone's seen it. Butterfly scene. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting it to be like obliterated like that. That was hilarious. But anyways, I actually enjoyed the movie. I actually enjoyed it. I thought I wasn't, but I did. So that's what I did this week. And I'm glad you enjoyed the Mario movie, Sheffy. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Let's see. Inept donated. Oh, so between Inept and our new girl, Sarah. So Sarah says... so Sarah says... Oh, wait, actually, no, wait. This says... Oh, okay, I'm sorry. This is between Sarah, Rebel, and Yandere. Okay, I have to like rework my brain for a second. So Sarah says... I mean, seriously, how do you find out you're in love with your best friend before a date? And then Rebel says, unbelievable, how dense can someone be? Yandere says, well, it took attempted kidnapping for Inept to realize he loved me. What? I had some issues. I think I'm scared. She's like, who am I talking to? What do you mean attempted kidnapping? This is out of my field. This is coming out of left field, man. Oh, Pig Lord. We have a donation from Pig Lord. This is between Navi and Neko. Oh, now I'm gonna have to, oh gosh. Let me see if I can remember how to do the voice. I literally have to listen to the first video I did over and over again whenever I redid the voice because I could not for the life of me remember how I did it. Oh my gosh. So we're just gonna do our best because I don't recall. So her voice is, what do you call this again?
It's catnip.
And you like this?
Yeah. You have to try it.
It says Navi sniffs and is taken aback. This is very good stuff. She's like, whoa, hold on, this is good. We have to show this to my people. We have to pass some of this around.
Neko's like, I got you. I got it all. Don't you worry. I got a homie.
Oh yeah, like Neko and the Navi would probably be homies. She's like,
finally someone who understands.
Because, you know, the cat ears and the tail, you know, except like Neko would be so much smaller.
She's like, yeah, this is my big sis. We're homies. She gives me piggyback rides. It's a great time.
Bobby donated and said, do you know what British people say when they are worried about you? UK? I mean, you know, it could be that could be a usable abbreviation. I could see Mr. Smee using that. You never know. He could. He very well could. Yeah, he could one day. Mitch donated and said, met this guy in the pub earlier. He was born with no ears. So I asked him how good his eyesight was. And he said, it's great. Just thought, yeah, that's good. Because if he needed glasses, he'd be screwed. What? Sorry, I'm really tired. Let me try this again. Okay, oh, okay. Okay, because he was born with no ears. Okay. I'm sitting here, I'm like, wait, why would that be a okay, he has no ears. You know, that's a really interesting question. Like, how, you know what, maybe, like, he'd have to wear glasses that have, like, that elastic on it, you know, that, like, kind of, it would be, like, almost like a, you know, the glasses that Hanji wears from Attack on Titan, how it has, like, that band elastic in the back, so it's, like, fastened to her face so they don't fly off when she's, like, swinging around. That's probably what he'd have to wear. That's probably what he'd have to wear. I mean, you know, innovation. Cyberman donated and said, I turned one of my fan arts into blocky form in Discord. Let's see. Let us see. Oh, very cute. It's a very cute filter. Very cute. Blocky block. It's almost like, well, it's not like Minecraft would be more stubby, but kind of reminded me of that, at least the faces. Reminded me of that, like the, I forgot what it's called, but it's like the Minecraft video game, so it's a bit more detailed. I forgot, gosh, what's, my brother would kill me because he played that and he'd be like, you don't remember the name? I'm half alive, so I don't. But very cute. Where am I at? Oh, there we go. Garrick Anderson donated and said, have you ever wondered why 90% of all medicines sounds like cool wizard names? Isn't it like from Latin or something? Seriously, say a name and add a title after it, just see how it sounds. What? So you mean like say like a name and then put like a medicine afterwards? I mean, you could. You very well could. Yeah, you very well could. You'd be like, William acetaminophen. Mm-hmm. Just like base wizards off of medication. Iron donated and said, since Kofi's acting up for me, I posted what I wanted to say in Discord and tagged you. It's me adding to the conversation of media leaks. This is about Half-Life, for example, 2003 leaks, Half-Life 2 were leaked. So then Half-Life 2 beta developed a community of its own. Half-Life 2. So it's about Half-Life 2. Yeah, a lot of people have talked about Half-Life 2. Oh my gosh, I almost knocked this over. About Half-Life 2 and stuff like that. Oh, there's even an archive of your own. That's interesting. Yeah, it really sucks when there's like, you know, leaks and stuff of things. But I'm glad that Half-Life 2 seemed to, you know, take it in stride and like created a community and stuff. So. Oh, sorry, not Archive of Our Own. I don't know, my brain, it's again, I'm really tired. When I saw Archive, I'm like, Archive of Our Own? They made a fan fiction community? No, archive.org, my bad. But yeah, no, I have not played Half-Life, but I've heard a lot of people talk about it. Maybe one day I shall. Get away, you ads! Why are they're popping up way more often than usual. What is going on? It's like every 15 minutes, like what the heck? Neb donated and said, my local gift shop sells journals that say tree hugger on them. I might just have to send you one. I've been a tree hugger since day one, and I always feel so bad when we have to like cut down a tree or get rid of a tree. And so I'm just like, I mean, I would plant a billion trees in my yard if I could. But sadly, we always gotta check and make sure, you know, check where the lines are at, where the pipes are, you know, you gotta like ask them to flag your yard before you go planting a tree, which is annoying, but I know you need to. But yeah, no, I'm a big tree hugger. I named the trees in my yard. I named all the trees. I did. And, yeah, I think, I like all the trees, but I just remember there's like one in the center of the yard. It's a big like cottonwood tree, and I named him Big Ben. Because he's big. That cottonwood is massive. So, yeah, I'm a tree hugger. Mr. Wanapon donated and said, when I watched Hoppers, I found a good moral in this movie. For when you're blinded by greed and anger, I think then he continues down here saying, it becomes impossible to see the consequences of your actions. Sorry, I couldn't fill it all in. That's totally all right. No worries. I got you. And, yeah, no, I think, honestly, it kind of left me, like, well, that's if people, you know, are cooperative, but it left me a bit, like, hopeful in a way, like, because, like, with everything with the environment these days is always kind of depressing for me, you know, and, like, but, you know, I still try regardless, and it just made me think, like, the only way we're basically gonna get through this is, like, we're gonna have to, like, kind of, like, mesh the two together. We're gonna have to kind of work together with, like, you know, because they found a compromise of, like, the whole highway issue and keeping the environment okay issue. Like, they were able to do it. And that's honestly what we're gonna have to do these days. Obviously, we can't, like, get rid of all the technology. It's just not gonna happen. We have to find a way to kind of have the two of them coexist together, so that way our environment doesn't, you know, die. And, like, go away. So, yeah, I actually liked the movie. I really liked the movie. I felt good leaving the theater. I was like, you know, all right. You know, I liked the ending. It was an okay ending. It was good. Mitch donated and said, gotta say, I think best IRL example of an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object must be me when coming back home from the pub drunk. You really talk about being drunk a lot, Mitch. I think you gotta calm down a little bit. It says, come home from the pub drunk, arguing with my stubborn ox of a GF, in my opinion. I mean, if you're coming home drunk a lot, I'm sure she's pretty not that happy about it. I know I wouldn't be. I know I sure wouldn't be. So, I'm assuming these are all jokes, but even so, for this GF, regardless of it's a joke or not, man, I'm on her side. Bobby donated and said, people don't think grass be wet in the morning, but it do. Oh my gosh. The grass actually has been really dewy recently, so it just reminded me of that. I was walking out in the yard and my grass was all damp, and it felt nice on my tootsies. Dewy grass is actually really pretty. Actually, it's been really nice because we have a lot of lily of the valley in the yard too, which is not a native plant and very poisonous, by the way. But we have lily of the valley in the yard, and we had some like dew, and so like the dew droplets like on the plants looked really pretty, and I was like, yeah, it's taking some photos. And like we have clover in our yard too. Dew looks amazing on clover. It looks like so pretty. So, yeah. That reminds me, I was thinking of like taking photos on my phone. It's the photography. I gotta get another camera. I gotta get like a professional camera now. Keep on forgetting. Gotta put that on my to-do list. Oh, Bobby donated again and said, you know, I woke up laughing this morning. Must have slept funny. I mean, yeah, sure. I can see that. Yeah. I mean, it's never happened to me personally, but, you know, it could. I always like to say you never know, so you never know. Oh my gosh. Garrick Anderson donated and said, example, Xanax the Wise, placebo master of illusions. Placebo master of illusions. That's funny. Placebo effect. Bum, 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 bum. Mr. Placebo. Oh, actually, let me check on here. Let me check on Ko-fi before I start rambling on and on, because I know I will. Whoa, we have a few from Adam. Hold on. Actually, where did I leave off? Okay, I think the last one I wrote was from Piglord, but Piglord did donate again, and he said, a video idea, Navi GF with bioluminescent mentions for the bioluminescent GF. So, like, just, like, Wait, are you saying, like, just having a video about the Navi girl being bioluminescent, or, like, her mentioning, like, when you say bioluminescent GF, are you meaning, like, Coriala as well? Because it says Navi GF with bioluminescent mentions for the bioluminescent GF. Sorry, I'm really tired, so I'm not really understanding 100%. But I'm assuming, obviously, this is going to involve the Navi girl in some way. And yeah, she is very bioluminescent, so maybe we gotta have some more bioluminescence among our videos. You never know. Bobby donated and said, what's a kidnapper's favorite shoes? I don't know. What is it? It said white Vans. Wouldn't it be a black van? You know, like, it's because it's like you see it. I mean, I guess there is more of a connotation to like white vans, like, ooh, you know, be careful of the white vans. But like, I feel like they stick out more, or maybe they don't. Maybe they're less inconspicuous. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking of like spy movies because they usually drive like darker cars. I don't know. But yeah, either way, yeah, I guess yeah, you better be careful of the vans regardless. Better be careful of some. Well, actually, this is about favorite shoes, so I mean, they could still be white Vans. Could still be white Vans. Oh, I have another one for Bobby. It says, "Hey, Katori, would you either eat a baby goat or a mater baby?" Matter? Sorry, I'm really tired. What is that? What is a matter baby? What? What's a... I'm tired. This one is going past me. What? I mean, I'd probably eat neither. I know this is meant to be a joke, but I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand. But thank you anyways. I just don't understand. Okay. We have a 6-part donation from Adam. Let's hope I can do this. My brain is running on, like... It's not even the last 3 brain cells. There's, like, 1 brain cell left. Like, the other 2 brain cells quit. And they took a nap. So, I don't know what Katori you're stuck with. I tend to have, like, multiple personality disorder. I feel like... Depending on my mood. So, I don't know which one you're stuck with, but... Let's see how well I can do. Okay, let me rearrange my brain. We have Evil Sorceress, Spider Girl, Calamity, and Knight. Oh my goodness, okay. I'm probably gonna mess up a lot, so if this becomes incoherent, I apologize, but I will do my best. So, okay, Evil Sorceress does not have an accent. I'm just saying this to myself. The only one that's gonna have an accent is Knight. Okay. So Knight says, "It's the Evil Sorceress. Good day. I see you rescued Spider-Girl from captivity. Yes, and we are here to stop you. Hold that thought. How would you rate your stay in your prison cell? Don't mock with whatever crude torment you underwent on Spider-Girl. Very well, actually. Wait, what? Although the jacuzzi could do with getting a little warmer. You had a jacuzzi? But the delight of food on the table more than made up for it. Duly noted. I'll look into it." Calamity was more than grateful for the large chocolate sculptures, like, every day. "I got to live out my fantasy of biting heads off of those chocolate sculptures. My favorite ones was the Mario and Luigi ones. But there was the sculpture on Monday. But where was the sculpture on Monday?" Antonia prides himself on those sculptures. No doubt she had him disposed of for failure of some kind. As it happens, it was Antonia's birthday Monday, and we planned a surprise. Well, tell Antonio happy birthday for me. And me. Will do. I believe his next sculpture was going to be a chocolate Death Star with some Star Destroyers. Whoa, cool. I'm sorry, were you in a prison cell or a 5-star hotel? I believe the best kind of prison is one no one wants to escape from. Knight comes in to rescue, and Spider-Girl's like, nah. It's okay. You don't need to, no, just, it's fine. Go back home. I'm just gonna vibe here for a bit. Oh my gosh. It's only 7:02? I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Okay. Ah, gosh. Just smacked my cheeks. Okay. Where am I at? Where am I at? Okay, I think the last one I read was... Yeah, Garrick Anderson. Neb donated and said, speaking of dew and moss, I did get some inspiration from what you suggested last week when I showed my satyr horns for the Ren Fair, and I did have this idea of making a dryad fawn persona. Yes! 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 That's what I want to do. Well, not specifically like a fawn, but like I want to do like a mossy dryad themed something for like the Ren Fair I'm going to be going to. And I don't know if I'm going to have the time, which makes me depressed, but like that's like what I want to do. So someone else doing it, I feel like in case I don't, I will live vicariously through you. So let's go. Add some moss. Add stuff everywhere. Make it like really like planty. That'll be awesome. So if you do, you'll have to let me see it. You'll have to let me see. Cyberman donated and said, Sakema, look. Sakema, look, Sai, I can glow. Oh, wait, is this Sakema? Wait, oh, that's our Navi GF. So, okay, so she's saying that. So she's saying, Sai, look, I can glow. And then Sai says, Neko, no more catnip. I mean, hey, she probably would glow regardless if she had catnip. I mean, I think she's just bioluminescent. I see Mr. Shmee has entered the chat. Granted, he is omnipresent, so, I mean, he could have just always been here. Mr. Oneupon donated and said, oh, these ads, get out of here. Goodness sake. But do you think the mayor from Hoppers should be punished because of cheating on the law by using the fake trees to drive the animals away and trick the folks? Well, yeah, I'm sure he's definitely breaking some laws there by doing that. So, yeah, I think we need to kind of reevaluate who we have as mayor, you know? So, yeah. I mean, it wasn't a perfect ending, obviously, but like it left off on a good note, is what I meant. But yeah, no, I think the mayor needs to kind of, you know, we gotta reevaluate some things, and probably he has to either pay some pretty hefty fines or, you know, some community service is involved. So, yeah, no, we don't want to let him off the hook for all that. Bobby donated and said, for the Ko-fi, it says nothing. What's the matter with you? Wait, what? What's this, Kotori? Would you rather eat a baby goat or a matter baby? Is it because it says matter baby? So since I'm saying matter baby, it's like, oh, well, what's wrong with you? I'm guessing where that's where that's going from. What's the matter with me? Insurance granted. I don't respond to baby. Just to say. All right. But yeah, I get. If that was like, yeah, if that was like the second part of the joke, then I guess I kind of get it now. Before I was very confused. Got you. Mr. Wanapon donated and said, but in light in the fact that he cooperated and saved the day, his punishment will be reduced. Nah, let him do the full thing. Let him do the full thing. Let him do the full thing. Whatever it is, you know, just give it to him. crap, I lost my place. Where am I at? Mr. Wampa donated again said, I've decided his punishment is being demoted from mayor. Never be mayor again and do community service for nature until 5 years. Have passed. Fair enough. Yeah, sure. Sure. We'll say sure. I can live with that. I can live with that. I can live with that. Mr. Friends donated and said, good evening. I hope you had a great week. Well, sorry, I hope you had a great week. It should be a question. There's a question mark at the end. I had just some stressful things I had to take care of during this week, but you know what? I got some plants, so that's all that matters. That's what I'm gonna focus on. Get to get some plants and plant some plants. That was nice. Bobby donated and said, I know I should probably help my dad and get a henway. Sorry, Bobby, I'm tired. I don't... What? You mean get away? What? Help my dad and get a henway. What? Okay, my brain is like not computing this joke. I'm assuming once it is explained to me, I will understand. But my brain is short-circuiting, so I don't know. In the meantime, Mr. Smee's been over for 42 months. 42 months. And he said, this will wake you up. I'm scared. I'm scared. Mr. Smee, I don't want to click on this. Do I trust you? You're my mod, so like, I feel like I have to, but like, I feel like that's like I shouldn't. Like, I think I've learned over the years I shouldn't. But we'll see. Wait, I see the title of the video. It says quick reverb fart in like my tab as I clicked it up. Thankfully, I have my volume way down in like the YouTube settings, so it didn't blast my ears, but that's you know, of course that'd be what you'd send me, Mr. Smee. I should not be surprised. I knew it was gonna be something along those lines. Iron Piedmont donated and said, video idea. Gifting your elfwood druid crush a flower from your world. Personally, I'd give I'd make the flower a flowering dogwood, not to be too biased, lol. Flowering dogwood. Flowering dog, I mean, like the flowers from the dogwood are really pretty. You know, especially if you give her a whole tree, a whole flowering dogwood tree. I mean, she'd be happy for that. Honestly, if anyone gave me bluebells, like, yeah, that's it. I'd be like, yeah, give me. If I was gonna give anyone a flower from my world, like, I'd be given some bluebells. They're so magical looking. I love bluebells. They're fantastic. They're fantastic. Natasha donated and said, Eepy Jagya? Does that mean girlfriend? That means girlfriend, right? No, Chagi is that. What does that mean? What does it mean? I can't remember. Oh, it means honey or sweetheart. Okay, I knew it meant something. I knew it meant like something endearing. I couldn't remember. I knew it probably wasn't Jagya because, you know, Natasha's heart is taken by Eminem, but I just was like, wait, I'm like, is that what it meant? But I knew that, okay, so that means darling or honey. Okay. Yes, I'm very tired. I'm very tired, Natasha. And thank you for saying that. That's very sweet. I knew it meant something endearing, but I couldn't remember. Shame on me for not knowing. I've heard that word so many times. Ty donated and said, you seen the Clayface trailer? I have not, actually. I didn't even know that was out. And then Coker says, well, excuse me, princess. You are excused. Don't worry. You are excused. I have given you a pardon. You're excused. Bobby, saying a second time does not make me understand. He says, you know, a henway. What does that mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? I don't know. What? Okay, am I gonna have to Google this? Like, I don't understand. Literally, I get a picture of a hen. What? I don't know. I could not, I don't know. Even I Googled it, it didn't give me like a quick answer. I'm now even more confused because it says about 7 pounds. I'm so lost in this joke. I don't understand because I'm trying to remember what you first said. I don't even remember what you first said. All I know is I did not understand. You said, you know, I should probably help my dad and get a hen weigh. It's like, you should help your dad weigh a hen? I'm so I'm so lost. I feel like this joke has too many layers. I don't understand. I don't know. But thank you. Cyberman, thank you for the rose. Thank you for the rose. Avian donated and said, how do you make an egg roll? I don't know, Avian. You push it. I guess, I mean, yeah, in some respects, yeah. Like, okay, yeah, yes, yeah, I can't disagree. Also, how are you? I'm very tired. I'm very tired. But I'm still going. I'm still going. Scout Squirrel donated and said, nothing like a wholesome stream and a well done steak. Yes. So Swirl, my dude. Slowly looks into the camera with a smile. Yeah, you know, that's what I do too, man. I love just doing that smile where you're just like, yeah, this is how I live my life. Like, yeah. Yep. Oh man, I need more water. I don't want to die. I gotta live. I gotta live. Oh, oh my gosh. I gotta stay awake. I'm gonna pass out after this. Oh, that's probably why Natasha, sorry, I just saw her donation. Natasha donated, said Jaggy. I've heard of Jaggy a lot. I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly, but like in that respect, I've heard that a little bit. Yeah, Jaggy, yeah. That's probably why I got confused with Chaggy. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly too. It's used for loved ones, platonic or romantic, though more often romantic, but I mean platonic. Okay, so so I'm not insane. So it can be used kind of like for both. So that's probably why I insinuated that word me. Okay, I got you. All right, well, that's cool. Jagia, that's cute. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You know what, Kokri? I do that a lot. I literally, sometimes, like, when I do something funny, I just look out into space like I'm on like, The Office. You know, live a little. Make moments even more funny by pretending you're looking into a camera. Neb donated and said, funny coincidence, I'm also having steak. LOL. Really? Let's go. I have leftover chili, and I'm tired. Actually, I probably should eat something else today, too. I think I only ate 2 meals, which probably isn't good. I got really busy outside gardening, y'all. I lost track of time. But I'll eat something else after stream, don't you worry. Avian donated and said, how are your plants doing? Also, have you thought about doing a gardener GF video? Actually, multiple people have asked about that, so I have considered it. I mean, obviously, I'd have a lot to talk about. But yeah, I have thought about it. And, why is the monitor shaking? Don't be shaking. My plants are doing all right. yeah, I mean, overall, like, I think they're doing well. And even though I thought some of my seeds did not germinate over the, you know, winter, you know, and, actually get, you know, go through stratification, I actually think when I was planting today, I saw some sprouts coming up, and it's so hard to tell, right? Because, like, there's sprouts for everything coming up in my yard because, you know, I don't spray for weeds, you know, so I let stuff grow. So it could be anything. It could be like, I don't know, it could be garlic mustard plant, which is technically not a native plant, but it's still edible. You know, there's so much, like, different plants in my yard. I didn't know what the heck was growing in that spot. But I didn't, you know, pull anything out because I wasn't sure what it was. But when I was planting stuff today, I thought, wait, I'm like, are these sprouts like bluebell? So I don't know yet for sure. But some of the sprouts that I, you know, that are in the area that I threw some seeds may actually be my bluebell seeds. So I might be getting some Virginia bluebells that I don't have to pay. Well, technically I did pay for. I paid for the seeds. But anyways, I digress. So the plants that I purchased are doing pretty good. Some of the seeds I you know, stratified over the winter are doing all right. Some of them aren't, which I'm kind of sad about, but that's okay. Let me think. I think the only thing that didn't, sadly, one of our trees died, man. One of our trees in our yard died, so that's kind of sucks. So that's not really plants, but that we have to take care of that. And then what else? Oh, the mums. I bought some mums last year. You know, I always like, you know, I like mums because even though they're non-native, they're a nice flower to have in the fall. And like every time I plant them, and I always try to do what the you know, the florist says, or wherever I buy them from, you know, the greenhouse, you know, they tell me what to do and I do it, and they don't live over the winter. They always die. So, gosh dang, I don't know what to do. So I'm planting new stuff in that area now because sadly my mom's died. But other than that, things are going pretty well in the garden, I'd have to say. Bobby donated and said, so am I banned from video suggestions? Oh, what? What do you mean? What? No, you're not banned from video suggestions? No. I don't, no, you're not banned? What you talking about? Not banned from video suggestions. What you mean? Iron donated and said, whoa, that flew up. While trying to romance Minthara, would you consider doing a Drow GF? Oh, I would like to see what my favorite Underdark residents look like in your style. Yeah, I mean, we've had an elf. We haven't had like a, you know, a drow yet, or drow or whatever. So, yeah, we could like have the dark, mysterious elf, a drow. You know, like almost like a dark magic elf or something. It's like a drow species, or, yeah, I mean, honestly, anything. I mean, I know, I'm trying to think of like what D&D class I haven't done yet, but I kind of picture her being magical for some reason. But regardless, well, we have a sorcerer, but I don't think we have a magician yet. Or wizard. A wizard. But, yeah, you never know. That could definitely be something that we do. Definitely be something that we do. Oh, Bobby donated and said, how about a marine biologist GF or a botanist GF who tries finding ways of making plants and trees live longer and happier? Yeah, definitely. Like, because I know we've had gardener. We could have, yeah, like more like of a gardener / botanist or a marine biologist. It's actually, I considered being both. I actually thought about being a marine biologist when I was thinking about my career. But I just knew I couldn't live in Florida because of the heat. But like, if honest to God, if I wasn't so bad with heat and didn't have like these other chronic conditions where I feel unwell most of the time, I probably would have, you know, I think. Just because I love working with animals and nature and like the environment in general, and I love dolphins. Dolphins are like one of my favorite animals, and just marine animals in general. So like if I was able to help like that and like do like conservation for that, like that would have been super awesome. That, or like I probably would have been a biologist and like went and like helped elephants in Africa. That was like another thing of mine. elephants and like, you know, like just helping stuff over there. Oh my goodness. I would love that. Yeah, no. Yeah, botanist and marine biologist. Yeah, you never know. You never know. Avian donated and said, Dark Cloud gave me an idea for Poison Ivy based character, and have you thought about villains or heroes based on other characters in fiction? Yeah, I mean, I mean, obviously, you know, we have had a character that was, you know, we had Supergirl, we had a Spider-Girl, we had a character that was loosely based on Catwoman. She was kind of like a cat burglar, or like a burglar lady who obviously had cat ears. And technically our Halloween character was loosely kind of based on Harley Quinn. Not really. I mean, she wasn't crazy, but she had like a little bit of an accent, and she was like, you know, a kind of like a jester, you know, mime clown makeup thing going on. But anywho, yeah, I mean, I've considered definitely doing like characters based off of other fiction pieces. Like, you know, I like Poison Ivy. She was one of my favorite characters when I was a kid, even though she was like a villain. But it was because like she could control plants, and she loved plants, and she was like friends with plants. And that was like amazing to me. Like, I was like, why can't we have a superhero that is like one with the plants? You know what I mean? Which is why I made Cypress, by the way. I was like trying to live out a dream of mine. That's her power, by the way. If that, you know, obviously, you know, she never really used her powers in the videos, but like she kind of has like vines on her arms and stuff, so like that's like her power. But anywhoosies, yeah, no, yeah, we can definitely, I mean, that's something that I would definitely not be opposed to, because it's kind of fun to like, you know, kind of make like a character that's loosely based off of something else. It's fun to kind of play around with that. So, yes, sir. Natasha donated and said, Drow, my people, I can help with that. Well, I'm glad you're excited about the idea. That'd be cool, because kind of, I do like their, like, especially like some of their clothing designs are really cool. Like, I like how like it's like especially the Drow armor and Baldur's Gate is one of the coolest ones to get early on. So they got their fashion down. That's true. Avian donated and said, as a Florida resident, it's not the heat that kills you. It's yes, the humidity. That's what they say. Honestly, like, even though I know like people say, oh, it's not the heat, it's the humidity. Like, no matter, like, and I'm sure the humidity definitely makes it worse. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. But like, it really is the heat that kills me. Like, if it's warm, even warm in a building, warm anywhere, like even just warm, I am cooked. Regardless if there's humidity or not. The humidity probably does make me feel much worse, but yeah, sadly, the heat would also just kill me. Like, even like dry heat, like I'm gone. I'm gone. But yeah, I'm sure the humidity, because like, you know, it makes it feel much more like thick and heavy. So, you know, because I've been to Florida a few times, so I definitely can see why the humidity cooks me even more. I'm getting cooked from multiple ends. Colbo has been a member for 30 months and said, fun fact about myself, at a video game designing summer camp. Real? Oh, that's cool. Video game designing summer camp. Let me try that again. At a video game designing summer camp I went to, we had a Harry Potter week, and I was sorted into Hufflepuff. I can see that. Yeah, I can see you as a Hufflepuff. I see that. I agree with their decision. And, you know, Hufflepuff is, like, the house that, like, where, like, all the really nice, kind-hearted people are. So, you should be very honored to be there. Garrick Anderson donated and said, recently they announced an Assassin's Creed Black Flag resynced basically a remaster. I would suggest watching videos of it. Maybe Pirate GF would have her own private island like Edward Kenway. Yeah, I know nothing about Assassin's Creed, but I do enjoy our Pirate GF. You know, and it's not to say we won't have more videos of her. I enjoy being her. She's fun. She's a fun lady. And I like she's just like, you know, just on the blue, you know, her on her blue tide and doing all that stuff. It's just, you know, I actually low-key wanted to make her outfit for Halloween one year. I just didn't, but I thought it'd be kind of cool. And, yeah, it'd be kind of cool. Very, very, very cool. Yeah, it's, expanding on her would be fun if I ever get around to, if I ever end up doing it. Neb, let's see, Neb donated and said Poison Ivy is an understandable villain too. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, from her point of view, she's just like, bro, the environment's dying from y'all, so you guys gotta go. So obviously, I mean, still probably not that great trying to get rid of a whole city's worth of people, but, you know, it's more understandable than, like, some other villains where they're like, I'm just gonna do this because I can. So yeah, I definitely understand Poison Ivy a lot more, other than just someone who's like, yeah, I'm just gonna freeze the town because I'm mad. We're just gonna, you know, we're just gonna put laughing gas over the whole town and have people go insane, because why not? Everybody needs to smile all the time. So yeah, no. That's probably why I also like Poison Ivy too, because I was like, you know what, you're making some sense. You know what? Just get rid of me. You've sold me, you made sense. I'm killing the earth. Just get rid of me. I understand. You can do it. I understand, Poison Ivy. I completely understand. I understand your argument, and I agree. Alright, let's check on Ko-fi. We have a donation from Cyberman. Okay, I think this is Cassandra talking to Sai. So, yeah, so Cassandra, she's the vampire bartender. So Cassandra says, here are your drinks. Will you put this on your tab? Sai says, no, actually, I wanted to pay all for it today. And then Cass says, well, you can pay it faster with a bit of blood. Simple. Or two. She says, or two. I'm not sure what that means, but or two. Sai says, says in fear, no, cash will do, please. Cass saying upset, fine, but I need change for this. I'll be right back. And then Sai said, phew, close one. I mean, to be fair, I mean, hey, if I don't, I mean, it'd be for free. It'd be for free. You know, just a little sippy, and you'd get it for free. I don't know. I mean, hey, if you want to pay with real cash, that's fine. But it could be for free. It could be for free. That's all I gotta say. Elias Esteban Sanchez donated and said, howdy, yeets. Hope y'all are having a good weekend. How you doing, Katori? Is the arm doing well so far? Actually, it is, thankfully. And also, thank you for giving me, Elias was kind enough to, like, give me a very detailed description of what to do and how to take care of my arm. Thankfully, it started feeling better. So, like, you know, I did do a little bit of the exercises, but honestly, thankfully, it was already starting to feel better. So I think I'm pretty in the clear. I'm just not straining it too hard. I have been doing some gardening, but I haven't been doing, like, any really heavy, like, you know, chopping down trees or sawing down trees or using, like, the cutters a lot. I've mainly just been doing, like, you know, more basic maintenance and planting. So, although eventually I probably will have to start cutting down things again because we still got more to cut down. But I appreciate that. Thank you, Elias. And, yeah, my week's been all right. You know, there's sadly crap you got to deal with, which is, you know, life. Stressful sometimes. But you know what? I got myself some plants. And I did some gardening, and honestly, gardening is, like, so therapeutic for me. I love gardening, especially when it's, like, I feel like I do gardening in a different way. Like, I do gardening as in, like, I feel like I'm trying to build up a little ecosystem in my yard, is what I'm trying to do. And so it's just exciting for me whenever I get another plant that's, like, a native plant, and I know I can put it here, I can put this one there, and, like, I feel like I'm building, like, this little forest in my yard, and it makes me excited. So that part of the week was good. I was having a fun time. And I hope you had a good week too, Elias. I hope you've been doing good. Ooh, that flew up really fast. Avian donated and said, humidity makes living in Florida feel like living in a wet fort. Oh my gosh. A hot one. That is horrendous. That is a horrendous way to explain Florida. Also, what Harry Potter house do you think I am? Also heading out. Gosh, I don't know. In some ways, I was gonna say Gryffindor, but in other ways, I feel like you could be a Hufflepuff too. So that's like a, I'm teetering on that fence. I don't know. I don't think you're a Ravenclaw, and I don't think you're a Slytherin. So, like, I don't know, how sassy and how prideful are you, you know? Like, you know, I can see you, cause like, you know, I can see you being Hufflepuff, and I could see you being Gryffindor. I don't know. One of those two. Maybe I'm leaning more towards Hufflepuff, but I don't know yet. I don't know. But regardless, Avian, I hope you have, I know you said you were heading out, so I hope you have a good rest of your evening. I hope you sleep well. Mr. Wanapon donated and said, speaking of poison ivy, I got an idea from a new SpongeBob episode called The Flower Plot, when Plankton pretended to leave and pretended to be a flower seller. That must be a new one, because I don't remember that episode. That must be in one of, like, the newer SpongeBob season, because I don't remember that one. So, Yeah, I guess technically, like, if we ever make, like, a villain plant lady, she could like, you know, be like under the alias of a greenhouse, you know, someone who works at a greenhouse or like a florist. Little do people know. Mr. Wanapon also donated and said, what if when Plankton leaves Bikini Bottom for his holiday, then Poison Ivy opens her flower shop where the chum bucket was, but then it's only a cover? Okay. He also donated and said, that's what I was going to make an idea that I've been planning. A crossover video called SpongeBob and Godzilla versus Poison Ivy and Biolante? I don't know what that is. But, Biolante, what is that? Violate? Is a genetically modified plant hybrid kaiju. Oh, okay. Because I was like, I do not know what that is. But yeah, that's interesting. Interesting. Well, if you ever do that, best of luck to you. I hope it turns out well. Very good, very good. Soul Swirl donated and said, watch any good shows recently. I've been rewatching some Golden Girls. I actually rewatched Malcolm in the Middle because I could not stand. I was so severely disappointed with the reboot or the sequel, whatever you want to call it, that I started rewatching the original Malcolm in the Middle, and it's so good. It's so good. But other than that, like new shows, I did watch the newest season of Love on the Spectrum. I actually really like that show. I think it's really endearing, and it's everyone on there seems so genuine. It's kind of nice to watch like I don't watch dating shows. Like that's not my thing. I'm not a fan. But this one just seems more real and genuine, and honestly, like it actually teaches you some things. You know, it's like, you know, that's an interesting way to look at it. You know, it's interesting to see a different way to go about dating, since Love on the Spectrum deals with, you know, people who are on the spectrum of autism. So like, you know, everybody who's like from one end to the other. So it's interesting to watch, and I actually really thoroughly enjoyed it. It's very sweet. So I watched the new season of that, and I actually really enjoyed it. And then I watched the movie Hoppers recently, and I really liked that movie because it had a lot to do with the environment and nature. So I really liked that. So that's what I've been watching lately. And also I've been rewatching the seasons of Ben 10, not the original, like not like, I don't want to say original, but not like the first season of Ben 10 or the first series of Ben 10, I should say, like back when he was 10. That's amazing. But I have been watching, I watched Ben 10, Alien Force. Wait, is it Alien? Does Alien Force come first? I think Alien Force comes first. Yes. By the way, Alien Force sucks. I will die on that hill. Ultimate Alien, first season, still sucked. And then, like, the second season, I feel like we're starting to gain our footing somewhere. And we're actually, me and my brother are finally starting to enjoy Ben after being 10. And, I've also learned that Ben is a really sucky boyfriend. Like, I never thought in a million years, I'd be like, yeah, I'd rather date Kevin than date Ben. Like, Ben is a terrible boyfriend. I did not even remember this. I feel like my brain blocked this out because when I'm rewatching this, I'm like, oh my gosh, Ben sucks. Like, what is happening? Me and my brother were losing our minds. We're like, what is going on? You know it's something when Kevin 11 knows more about women than Ben. I don't know what's going on with Ben, man. Anywho, I will get off that rant. Ty donated and said, what house you think I should be in? Oh, you're a Hufflepuff for sure, Ty. You're so nice. You're so nice, and you're not like, you know, you're not one to like be very prideful or gloat or be sassy or, you know, whatever. So you're very nice, and so, and you're, you know, you're just really like genuinely kind. So I feel like you'd, you know, go into Hufflepuff, but I mean, you could be very studious, so you could be in Ravenclaw, so, but I feel like you're a Hufflepuff in my mind. That's what I would think. Neb donated and said, I will for sure post my dad's garden pics. However, I did take some pics of a centaur model kit in my dad's flowers. Pics in the art channel. That's cool. Yeah, Neb takes some cool pics outside. Oh, cool. Oh, there's flowers. Flowers. And she's, her chest is like as big as my head. She could like knock me to the floor. But no, that's awesome. I'm trying to see if I can actually decipher what flowers those are. I think that might be an iris in one of the photos. Like, well, the leaves, not the flowers. Granted, I'm more like of a person that recognizes native flowers, but I do, peonies? No, that's not peonies. I think those are iris leaves though. I wonder if those are irises. They just haven't bloomed yet, but I see these leaves and I think they're irises. But yeah, if you ever share more garden photos, Neb, I will be glad to look at them. Bobby donated and said, let's see if Couture can guess what house I'm in. I feel like you're a wild card, Bobby, because obviously, you know, Bobby's very nice. But, you know, I mean, anybody from any house can still be nice. You know what I mean? I know, like, Slytherin is put as, like, the bad house, but you can still be a good Slytherin. And obviously, Gryffindors are put as the, you know, like, oh, we're the cocky, prideful ones, but we can still be nice. You know, so it's... I'm trying to think. Because I don't think Bobby's a Hufflepuff. But I don't think he's a Gryffindor. I mean, I don't think he's very prideful. I feel like he's a wild card Slytherin, because there are some good Slytherins, right? So I feel like, I'd be like, oh, Bobby, you're like it. Because I don't think he's... Because, like, I feel like we'd say Hufflepuff, but I feel like that's a cop-out. You know what I mean? I feel like he's a secret Slytherin. So, are you a Slytherin, Bobby? I feel like you are one. Like, we wouldn't know, but I feel like that's what you are. Nep donated and said, happy 27 months, Katori. Had an interview yesterday. Feel good about it, but still nervous. Can Cowgirl GF riz me up? Oh no, not when I'm tired. I can't riz when I'm tired. Well, I can try. I'll try my best. But yeah, no, I hope I'm glad your interview, you felt good about it. I'm glad it seemed to go good. I know it's always like really nerve-wracking to have interviews and stuff. I know my sister's been, you know, doing a lot of interviews and stuff, so it's been pretty nerve-wracking for her. You know, I've always had like very unconventional jobs. I mean, technically I did do some type of interviews before, but like they weren't like conventional interviews. So like maybe I can't relate to that. But yes, let's see. So cowgirl, okay, let's see. Cowgirl gif. So it's not, I can't think of like farmer. So you're not her peach. You're darling, right? Because she calls you darling, my darling. So riz you up. Like, gosh, I'm gonna have to think of this on the spot. Because this isn't about your interview. This is about just risen. You know, darling, maybe you should come by my place tonight. I've been feeling all lonesome, and I think that you would be the best kind of company. And I know sometimes you can be all so shy, and that's alright. I think that just makes you gosh darn adorable. I don't really know. I'm pulling this out of somewhere. I don't know. My brain's going on autopilot. Hopefully that was good. But most of all, I'm really glad you did good on your interview. I'm sure they thought you were as cute as I do. Alright, let's see. South Swirl donated and said, really think VTubers and some ASMR artists have it right. Can do what you like ASMR music, etc., and still have a normal life. I mean, yeah, relatively, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I mean, even if I, were to be like a normal, like, I don't want to say celebrity, but like show your face in the sense that people would know who you were, I don't think I'd be popular enough for people. I mean, there might be some creepers who you never know would actually try to stalk me, but I mean, I don't think I'd be on the level of like celebrity status. But yeah, it's interesting to like, be anonymous, live your life the way it is, and then like, still have this job where you're able to do relatively kind of like what you want, right? Like, I've been thinking about, since I really love storytelling and I love doing comic work, and that's originally what I went to school and, wanted to do as an occupation, I thought, hey, like, maybe I should incorporate that on the channel more if I have time. I really haven't had a lot of time, but I thought like, hey, like I should either post, maybe I could post like shorts of different characters, or I can start writing a comic about characters, or write a story. I actually started writing, I think I have about maybe 3 pages on a night story. It's based on our night GF, and it might be written slightly different than possibly how she is. I mean, it's still written based on her, but I feel like this is how I would have, like sometimes like for it to flow well as an ASMR video, in a sense, there can't be quiet moments because, if there's just silence, you don't know what's going on. There can't be longing stares in ASMR videos, you know what I mean? So it might be written slightly differently than how the audios are portrayed, and maybe her personality might be slightly different, but it is based on our night GF. And the main thing I've been debating right now is what I'm naming her, because obviously we're gonna need a name for this story. So I've been writing on that, so that's been pretty fun, and I'm hoping that I can continue, writing more with that and seeing where it goes. Yeah, Mr. Smee knows. A woman's like a car. Or he said, he's like, you gotta treat a woman like you treat a car. And then Ben's like, yeah, and then Gwen's like, go on. And he's like, no, I sense I made a mistake of some kind. See, at least he knows he made a mistake, and he's like, you know what? I'm just not even gonna say it. But Ben would keep on going. He would just keep on going and go some more. That's all I gotta say. Kevin's goated. Kevin is actually goated. Kevin is saving the show. Who would have thought, right? Cyberman donated and said, they are making a scary Hungry Hippo movie. What? I don't even know. Yeah, interesting. I don't know why they would do that, but I mean, as people can do what they want, I guess. You can. You definitely can. Should you? I don't know. Neb donated and said, I'm a Hufflepuff. I found my people. Huzzah! Yeah, no, my sister's a Hufflepuff. She's a little Hufflepuff. Source World donated and said, what house do you think I'm in? I don't know. I feel like you'd have to answer some questions for me to know. But I feel like we need a Ravenclaw in here somewhere. Are you a Ravenclaw? Maybe I feel like you'd be a Ravenclaw. Iron Peanut donated and said, I don't follow Harry Potter stuff much. What house would you say I should be in? Also, yay, Centaurs. Chris / Neb is a great photographer. Yeah, he is. As far as your house, I don't know. I feel like you're very studious. And you know a lot. You're very knowledgeable, especially about history. And I feel like that definitely screams Ravenclaw to me. But I know you're also very kind. You know, I guess everyone here is kind. If kindness was like, you know, a asset to any house, then like anyone could be in any house. But I feel like there's like an aura to a Hufflepuff where you're more like, you know, you're gentle and you're, you know, like there's like this, almost like this, not like kindness, but it's like, I feel like I need another adjective, but you know what I mean? Like a Hufflepuff, like pure of heart, you know what I mean? So, but I don't know, I feel like you'd be in Ravenclaw. I feel like you'd be a Ravenclaw. I feel it in my bones. Mystery ASMR donated and said, I used my Ravenclaw to open the Gryffindor and proceeded to Slytherin. Oh my gosh. I knew where that was actually going. I've actually heard that joke before. Oh my gosh. I mean, hey. Yeah, do what you gotta do. Slither on in. Bobby donated and said, nope, not Slytherin. Then what are you, Bobby? You a Hufflepuff, or is that wrong too? What are you, Bobby? What are you talking about, Mr. Smee? He's like, you're neat and all, but you live on the other side of the world. And that sounds like work, and I'm lazy and poor. Are you talking about visiting me? Is Mr. Smee considering visiting me, but he can't because it's just not worth it? Yoshinosaurus, I think, donated and said, hey, Katori, I really love the GF in the last audio. I feel kind of bad standing her up in the best friend audio, but at least no one in the Katori-verse stays lonely for long. Actually, I want to say something. There is, to my knowledge, unless someone can prove me wrong and actually tell me what video it's in, there is no best friend jealous audio or whatever audio that one of our girlfriends, like in the Katori-verse, says to the listener, don't go on that date because I like you, or, you know, the listener has to cancel a date. That has actually never happened. So this girl got stood up by some other listener from some other ASMR video. There's some other ASMR video out there where the best friend's like, I like you, you know, and the listener's like, okay, I'll cancel my date. And so this is the girl that got stood up. So we in the Katori-verse, it was just the girl that got stood up. That's it. There actually was no girl that ever, so there's no, like, don't worry. You were never with, there's no, like, paradox of, like, oh, shoot, I dated the girl that told me not to go on the date with this one. No, that's from somewhere else. That's actually from somewhere else. Because I don't, to my knowledge, I'm 99%, I'm like 100% sure that I've never done a video where a girlfriend was jealous that you were going on a date. Like an actual, like, date that you set up and she was like, cancel that. Like the day of. I'm pretty sure that's never happened. So, don't worry. You guys are in the clear. Oh, okay, Mr. Smee, I know. Okay, that was back when I was talking about, like, identity and, like, oh, gosh, someone's talking to me. That's what you meant. So you were like, oh, yeah, like, even if I did know, I'm too poor and lazy, so I wouldn't be coming anyways. I understand. I got you. I got you. Neb donated and said, where are we at? As I said before, staying anonymous is Katori's superpower. She can become anyone, but it's also a good superpower to have. Yeah, exactly. Especially with AI rolling around. Like, I ain't showing my face now. Ain't no way. That's definitely not something I'm gonna be doing. Natasha donated and said, Kokri mentioned a Wholesome High School AU to me ages ago, and so I've been writing that. Theme song for the anime is Nazabara by Rolling Quartz. So that would be their theme song. Yeah, you know, Thor has actually even said stuff about that, like, oh, like, you should do something with that's like the whole, you know, like, all the girls that are like in like the, you know, school universe, and then you have all the fantasy ones and so on and so forth, like the school animes and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, that'd be kind of fun. So yeah, because you'd have Rebel, you'd have, you know, the class president, you'd have popular GF, you'd have Rebel GF. I'm trying to think of who else is in the school. I think there was a delinquent, like a class delinquent in one. I think that's it. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else who belonged to that school. I know there's Allie, but Allie was never a girlfriend. She's just someone who's like in that universe, so she would probably just be a side character. She seems to. Oh wait, no, there'd be Caroline actually, because she was Allie's sister, right? That's part of the lore, I'm pretty sure. The first goth GF. Well, not the first. Well, the first one I think was like the one where you cuddled up next to her and it was like one of my only videos that got actually age restricted. But no, like the one that was like in 7 Minutes in Heaven. I'm pretty sure she was the one that was like from the same school. But yeah, I've considered it, Natasha. It's definitely a good idea. And very good theme song. I'll have to listen to it later. Soul Swirl donated and said, here's a hint. I've revealed it on here before, and just based on what you've seen me comment on here, what would you guess? Gosh, I don't know. I've seen so many comments, I don't remember. I mean, it's hard because like everyone seems nice, you know what I mean? So like when I think of that, I just think, oh, Hufflepuff, but like I'm not really sure. I said Ravenclaw, so you said no to Ravenclaw. Are you a Gryffindor? Oh, you're a Gryffindor, Bobby? that makes sense too. That makes sense too. I'm gonna guess Gryffindor, Swirl, and I might be wrong. Yoshinosaurus donated and said Yoshinatorsaurus. Yoshinatorsaurus. All right. All right. I noticed how to say I've never been stood up. I have ever been ghosted because of date. Aw, dang. That sucks. Sorry you got ghosted, dude. That sucks. Actually, I can say I've never been stood up because I've never been on a date. Because some people I know in the comment section were like, oh yeah, I can't relate. I've never been stood up. And I'm like, me neither. But I've never been on a date, so I don't know if that counts. I guess it still does kind of count in some respects, but probably not really. Bobby donated and said, surprise, surprise, I'm a Gryffindor. I wondered, I wasn't sure, because I mean, you know, there's that bit of like mischievousness that I was like, I couldn't tell if that was a Slytherin mischievousness or like a Gryffindor, like, you know, that type of, you know, that attitude type of like, I'm trying to think of the adjective for it and I can't, but you know what I mean? So, but yeah, that makes sense. I can see that. Yoshinotorsaurus donated and said, I approve of the school extended universe. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know how I would do that, you know, but it's definitely something I've thought about because I always thought it was a really interesting idea. Let's see. Yoshi also donated and said, like Yoshi and Terminator combined, Yoshi-nator and then Saurus. Yoshi-nator-saurus? Okay. Alrighty then. The more you know. Aw, Mr. Shmee. He's like, no one's ever stolen a thing from me, especially not my heart. Aw, Mr. Shmee, don't worry. I'll get on a plane right now and go to England and steal everything that you own, including... I'm just kidding. All right, now we gotta go steal Mr. Smee's heart so that way he doesn't feel sad. Now we gotta go all the way to England and steal his heart so that way he can be happy. So Swirl donated and said, I'm Gryffindor, ding ding ding. It was when I guessed you were a Slytherin a year ago. Also, actually, I'm not a Slytherin. I'm a Gryffindor. Also, it's only been on technically 2 dates. Oh, so you've been on 1 or 2 dates. I haven't been on any, so you got me beat. But yeah, no, I am a Gryffindor as well. Natasha donated and said, what house am I? I've said it a ton of times this stream. Oh, well, dang it, you have? I have not been paying attention. There's been so much to see and my brain is not working. Ah, shoot. Crap. I gotta think. I don't remember if she said it in the past or not. Shoot. I feel like Natasha's like a Ravenclaw, but I don't know. I'm gonna say... a Ravenclaw. That's what I'm gonna say. No, we're not gonna steal Mr. Shmee's stuff. Wait, Natasha's in the same house as I am with a few others? Oh, so wait, so she's a Hufflepuff? I know we have a lot of Hufflepuffs in here. Neb donated and said, not gonna lie, I'm surprised how many dates I've been on. I always thought that I would never happen in my life. Dang, Neb has all of us beat. Gosh dang. Neb be getting dates. Neb has me beat. He has me beat, that's for sure. Neb be getting them dates. I just saw Coke reposted the Kevin meme. Look, Gwen, you have to treat a car like you treat a woman. Oh my gosh. That is the funniest quote. You're a squib? Oh my gosh, Mr. Shmee. I accept you. Seberman donated and said, I'm on the house of Hagrid. God bless his soul. There's a house of Hagrid? Gosh dang. That must be new. Hagrid was he was a good dude. I love Hagrid. So Swirl donated and said, LOL, no. Okay, LOL, no, okay, you're a Gryffindor. I guessed a year ago on stream and you were a Slytherin. You even faked being offended, LOL. You need a nap, it seems. Oh. Well, yeah, I was very offended. I am not a Yeah, no, I'm a Gryffindor. I am very much a Gryffindor. The sass and the pride are there. And whatever the heck else is on our house. But yeah, no, I'm indeed a Gryffindor. Now I gotta check on Kofi because I know I haven't checked on there in a while. Oh my goodness, we have one from Elias Esteban Sanchez. From 30 minutes ago! I'm sorry, Elias. Speaking of Pirate GF, I've noticed her blue tide shares a name with a certain Mafia character you played before. Coincidence? I think not. Yeah, exactly. I try to work it in here and there, and I try to think like, oh, like what if that's like her ancestor, or like, I don't know. You know, I always try to make some Easter eggs here and there, and yeah, it was, I'm pretty sure even, like the lady, like I think older boss GF, I think her company is called like Blue Tide or something. Like Blue Tide Industries or something like that. So, yeah, I always try to work in Easter eggs here and there if it works out. So I'm glad you noticed that. It is probably not just a coincidence. Cyberman donated and said, how about a villain GF turning all the GFs evil and it's up to the listener to save them before it's too late? And he said, also, yeah, it's free, but if I give Cass what she wants, I have to pay late fees. What? There's no late fees. It's free. It says, no thanks, LOL, but hope we can have a game night soon. You're fun to play with and hope you get my package. Yeah, I will try to get there as soon as we can. Things have been really busy and crazy, so it's just been kind of put on the back burner for taking a trip to the P.O. box, but hopefully we will get it. And yeah, as far as a game night, I know I keep on saying I want to do it, and I do. It's just, goodness gracious, things have been so crazy, but I hopefully we can do one soon. And yeah, as far as turning all the GFs evil, like, that would be interesting. I guess that'd be probably more for like a Halloween episode. I don't know. I don't know how I'd do that. Doing so many GFs would probably kill me, but you know, who knows? Maybe one day I'd feel adventurous. Oh, Matthew Miranda donated and said, would you do a bear or tiger GF audio? I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's like you're going along the lines of like how we have like a cat girl GF and we have like a bunny girl GF. So like they would be like part bear or part tiger. I mean, I could. I've never really thought about that. I'm not sure what I do, but thank you for the suggestion. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. And let me make sure I didn't miss anything else. I don't think I did. Okay, good. I don't think I did. Let me look. Where's Ko-fi? I'm losing my mind. Here's my Ko-fi tab. Cool. Okay, I think I've read everything. So, since it's about 8 o'clock and I am running on fumes, we're going to end the stream here. In case you're new, we always end the stream at 8 p.m. EST. And in case you're also new, towards the end of my streams has somehow become tradition that my mother, my actual real mother, likes to come down and say hello to you guys. So she is here to say hello before we end the stream.
Hello, everyone. I am happy to see you all here. I said hello to most of you in the chat. Hopefully, anyone who said hello to me, I said hello back. If I missed you, I am so sorry, and I hope you're having a good evening. I am extremely tired, so I'm going to try to remember everything I wanted to say when I came down here tonight. I do have some videos out, or not out, I'm sorry. I have some videos for you this weekend. I had a post on my YouTube channel, which is Mama's Light, and Smee will usually put my link in the chat. And there he is. Thank you, Smee, right on cue. And this week I'm starting a new series.
Sorry, he said, Katori says, it somehow became tradition. I'd say it's simply fate.
Oh, well, thank you, Smee. I'm switching gears. I had a series out talking about rhythms, and this week I'm switching gears and starting a new series called From Struggle to Surrender. And every week I'll have a different struggle that we all deal with and help us to get rid of that struggle or to how to deal with that struggle. And this week I'm going to be talking about anxiety. I had a post with a little survey on my channel, and people voted to have me put the prayer out tonight. So right after we get off Katori's stream here, I'm going to post a prayer to help you with anxiety. And if you want to learn a little bit more about anxiety, check out my channel tomorrow, and I will be posting the full-length video. I hope that it helps. I have a lot of anxiety, so sometimes I even listen to my own videos. That's how crazy it is.
You know how crazy it is when your own mama, who's right by you, and you're like, man, she's like, oh, let's listen to my video. I'm just like, why don't you just talk to me? Right here, right there. But anyways, I'm so tired.
Hello, Kane and Spaceman, and trying to think if there's anybody else there I'm seeing.
I know Natasha said that
Anthony
she trusted
Hunter.
that you said hi to her.
Oh, Natasha, I'm sorry if I missed you. And Adam and Limited Wildcat Snowboard. I don't think I said hello to you when I was there, but I don't think... I tried to say hello to everyone who said hello to me. So again, if I missed you, I am sorry. And hello, Millennial Chicken and Anthony Hunter. And I just want to make sure you all get said hello.
Alright, Neb donated and said, people are asking me for advice, lol. All I can say is I built strong friendships, and sometimes it might develop into something because the GFs I've had started out as really close friends. So yeah, I mean, that's good advice. That's honestly the advice I would give, even though I've never been in a relationship. So honestly, I have to agree.
It's always good to become friends with somebody first, because I think especially in your guys' generation, if you guys like start saying, "Oh, you look pretty," or
please,
whatever,
I'm so tired.
I think
I'm
a
so
lot of
tired.
girls like look at that as creepy. Whereas back in my day, we would like a guy complimenting us.
I mean, we'll take compliments. It just depends on how the compliments.
Yeah,
sound.
I suppose so. Yeah, and I'm tired too. I was almost like
All
falling
right.
asleep
Neb
upstairs.
donated and said, "Joke for the evening. What do you call a pirate running a marathon? A professional rummer. LOL." Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Good night, and Katori Mamatori. Good night, Neb.
night,
Thank
Neb.
you. Bobby donated and said, "Another suggestion for Memorial Day coming up. Maybe a comfort audio for a soldier listener coming home."
Oh,
Interesting.
that is a good
Thank you
one.
for the suggestion. Cyberman donated and said, "You think you have fun with AI and not for money?" I don't know what that means. I'm gonna be honest. I am so tired.
I'm so tired too, Cyberman. I can't even fix that for you. I don't know either.
I'm assuming you mean is it bad if you have fun with it, if as long as you're not making money off of it, is what I'm assuming you're saying.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
mean,
you can have lots of fun with
I mean,
stuff.
here's the thing. Like, I mean, potato. Like, I know a lot of people like say just don't use it regardless. I mean, sadly, it seems to be here, and like, I'm not here to tell anybody to either like it or don't like it or whatever. If you mean, obviously I see especially the arguments for not liking it, I completely understand, but like if you're just messing around with it just for fun, like I mean, it's one thing to make money off of it, but like if you're just messing around, like I'm not gonna be mad at you for that or anything.
And for those of you getting ready for bed,
Mama, please, I
listen
just
to
want
my
to read
prayer.
these.
I'm gonna post it.
Okay, yes, she's gonna post it. Mr. Wanapon donated and said, "I hope both of you feel better. Goodbye."
Good
bye
night.
Good night,
Goodbye,
Mr. Wanapon. Natasha donated and said, "My advice: get bit by a snake for her. Quit your job. Become coworkers. Marriage equals profit." She's give advice for dating. So I guess just
okay. Like I was confused by that too.
just get bit by a snake for her. Quit your job and then become coworkers, and everything will work out just fine. It'll be like an episode of The Office. It'll be, you guys will live happily ever after and get marriage. Marriage is marriage. Yes. I think my brain is stopping working. But anyways, thank you all for coming. I am so tired. I see that David just donated. Let me read this real fast before we go. David donated and said, "Don't expect to see Kish in Barcelona despite its name and its reputation for pickpockets. Barcelona is not a known place. If you want to go to a bar in Solo." Oh, because she works at a bar. Okay. For context, Kish takes payment by pickpocketing your change. I guess she did say she was a good pickpocket, so I can't say no. It says, "Lo siento, no hablan Catalan." I can't. I'm sorry.
No hablo catalán por este momento.
I'm so tired.
So he's saying, I don't speak Catalan at this moment.
But what's Catalan?
Well, it must be what they speak in Barcelona.
Oh, okay, because I'm like, I don't.
He's gonna visit Barcelona.
Oh, okay. I understood like the beginning and the ending, but then when I saw Catalan, I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, it must be.
Because I'm like, I know.
That's what I'm assuming.
I know some Spanish, but like, I'm like, I don't know what Catalan is. I don't know. But any whoosies. Thank you all for coming. I'm so tired. I'm gonna end the stream now. And as far as I know, I don't think there's any announcements. I know before my plans were to like make like an announcement video for Patreon and stuff and like for like other socials, because I think I was gonna add something to Patreon, but at this point I'm not sure if I'm doing that yet, because I'm not sure if I'm adding anything on there based on current workloads. And I know I said I was gonna open up commissions last week, but this week got so crazy that I didn't do that. But maybe we will this coming week. We'll see. But overall, thank you guys for coming. If I forgot anything, I'll make an announcement.
I'm going to post it right now.
Okay. Bye. All right. So good night, everybody. We'll see you all later. And again, we always stream. In case you're new, we stream every Saturday at 6 p.m. EST. So good night, y'all. I'm gonna go eat and pass out. So good night, you guys. Thank you for coming. Bye bye.